Alright, we're gonna do a fantasy draft in my league. We're gonna use the current NBA train. We're gonna do it in my league, and then we're gonna start in regular season. Go to setup options, and then fantasy draft on. Now, personally, my favorite team is the Boston Celtics, so I'm gonna use them. Yeah, that looks good. Steph Curry goes 7th. Paul George goes 8th. Joel Embiid. Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay, we have the 27th pick. Choose a player. Alright, so the best player available is Rudy Gobert. I don't like that salary. Bradley Beal has a big salary. Mike Conley has a huge salary. I'm gonna make a young team, and I'm gonna get Trae Young. Have a good point guard. Okay, our next pick, again, I'm gonna try to go for a young team. Like John Collins could be a good addition. CJ McCollum, he's a good shooting guard. 85 overall at 25 million. See, I don't know if I really like that. Clint, maybe. Levine, 19.5 mil. Here, I'm gonna go with John Collins. Make a good young team. Okay, our next pick. Our next pick, Valanciunas could be a good addition. Enes Kanter, Mirotic, Goran Dragic. Okay, now we got into the draft where there's bench players, but these people have to start on my team now. I think we should go with. We haven't spent a lot of money yet, so we could go for a player that has a pretty big salary. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna go with Kanter and see if he gets any better. With our next pick, we're gonna go with so we got a center, we got a point guard, we got a power forward. So Point guard, we got that covered. Alright. Shooting guard. Redick, he's a little bit too old. Small forward, Covington. Hayward. Barnes, Moutier. Fournier. I think I'm gonna go with Fournier. Okay, so with the next pick that we have is again like 27th. And we have small forward. The only position that we need so far to make a complete team is shooting guard. So let me look for one. Hardaway. 17 mil a season. I don't know if I really like that. Evans. Don't know if I really like that. Gordon. I don't know. Um. With this pick, I'm gonna go with Hardaway. I'm probably gonna trade him or not. I'm just gonna put together the team and just see how it does. Now here's we can get some reserves. Like Patrick Beverly is a good reserve to come in. Or to be a starter, honestly. Now we should probably get a backup big man. Like Cody Zeller or Plumlee. I'm gonna go with the one that's cheaper. He's older, but I think he's more proven. So I'm gonna get Plumlee. So we got a backup shooting guard. So we have some reserves. Now I think it's a good idea to get a backup point guard. Not like Jeff Teague. I'm gonna send the rest of the draft. Okay. So we're gonna do 2 seasons in this and see how good our team is or how bad our team is. So now okay, so at this point I'm gonna send to the end of the season and see how our team does. Decline. I'm gonna decline all the trades. Wait, before I'm gonna look at our starting lineup. So we got Beverly starting at point guard, Fournier at shooting guard, David and Waba at small forward, John Collins at power forward, and Plumlee at center. So not even a starter over 84. I don't know what that was. Okay, so there. As you can see, minutes per position, we have a good rotation in, and our starters are getting good minutes. So we get a 1-point win to the Nuggets. And as you can see, we're on a pretty big losing streak because we do not have a good team at all. So 7-14, not that great so far. We're starting to pick up some wins in this part of the season. So we're getting our wins and losses. We're about a 500 team. Our team chemistry is at 90%, but I don't think that's really gonna matter. Our team is not that great at all. Alright, so as far as we are in the season, we're 21-27 win team, which is not good. So obviously this year we're not a title contender team. But this team is really not that great, so I didn't expect us to win that many games. So for how this team is overall, I feel like 24-29 record is pretty good. But as you can see, the chemistry is starting to fall down to 86, and that's because our team is not doing that great together, and then we start to pile up losses and then pile up loss of chemistry. We're going on a little bit of a win streak here. So again, we're probably going to be around a 500 team, which is not really that great. But remember, you can still make a make the playoffs with a below 500 record. So he finished the season 38-44. LeBron won MVP on the Thunder. Interesting. Luka Doncic, Rookie of the Year. Jonas Valanciunas is the Sixth Man of the Year on the Raptors, where he was. Giannis Depoy on the Mavericks. Jamal Murray, Most Improved Player on the Mavericks. And the Coach of the Year was Nick Nurse, with the Raptors as a 54-28 record. So none of our players made first team, second team, or third team. All defensive team, no, none. And we had all rookie first team. Trae Young made that one. All rookie second team, and all NBA first team. So we did not make the playoffs with that bad of a record. So I'm gonna simulate the playoffs and see what happens here. So it's interesting. First of all, the Lakers are #1 seed. Okay, the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves pull off the upset on the Lakers. And the Minnesota Timberwolves are the NBA champions. So, okay, Stephen Curry, Finals MVP. That's probably why they won the title. So, okay, let's simulate to that. So at this point, our team is progressing a lot. Point guard is Trae Young, up to an 86 overall. John Collins, up to an 86 overall. Enes Kanter, up to an 82. Kind of disappointing. And then, yeah, the rest of the reserves are down here, and we have Dirk on our team. That's a good sign. So, in this point, draft lottery, see what pick we have, what chances we have. Oh, we have the #2 odds, but I don't know if that's lottery protected or not. Okay, so we do get the second pick. But I'm going to try to go for the first pick. So trades. Proposed trade. Pick. Who is the first? Clippers. Oh. Okay, let's see who they choose. They choose Ja Morant. Okay, so I personally think that on this, our more need is RJ Barrett as shooting guard. But I feel like it's the obvious move to get Zion, so I'm gonna draft Zion. And now I'm gonna send to my user pick and see who's left. So we still have the 11th pick. We can still get a pretty good person here. So the people who's left, Jackson Hayes, he went in the first round. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he supposed to be a beast. Luke Samanak, Nasir Little, Kevin Porter Jr., Ball Ball. We can get Ball Ball. I'm gonna select Ball Ball here. Hopefully he turns out to be a beast. And I'm going to my next user pick. And we still have the 17th pick, so we can get a lot of good players here. Nasir Little's still there. And we're going to draft Nikhil Alexander Walker and hope he turns out to be a beast. So to the next user pick. Okay, so now Bataje is the best player available. So I'm going to send to the end of the draft. And then I'm going to sign all the rookies and then see what happens from there. Who's that? And we'll accept him. Okay, so now team player options. We're accepting both of them. Kevin Durant declined his player option. Kyrie declined his player option. Jimmy Butler declined his player option. Valanciunas, Randall, Chris Middleton. So it's looking good for us. Qualifying offers to nobody. So moratorium. Our cap room is 11.29 million, so we're not going to be able to go for a big boy this year. So when you go to expected, we want to see less than 11 mil. And he's actually a decent player that can play a role on our team. JaVale, I don't see him playing a good role on our team, so I'm going to pass on Inu, Moutier, Dedmon. Okay, so there's nobody in free agency that I really like to see. No. I'm going to go to training camps and I'm going to see how many I have first. So Summer League, we have like a lot of rookies. So we have Alexander Walker going to that, Zion, John Collins. Alright, so okay, so I have to go to training camps for this, so we have one training camp, so obviously we're gonna put untapped potential on Zion Williamson. Now he has A+, and he had A+, so probably a waste, but still, we always try to help it. Now we go to the next season. Go ahead and fill in the roster. Okay, so there's one thing I really want to make sure of is coach game plan. I really want John Collins to be starting at small forward. I mean, yeah. We're going to have Zion at power forward because he's a rookie and he can already know that position really well. And we're actually going to take down our center's minutes a tiny bit. And we're going to actually give some to Zion. I mean, not Zion, Bobo. Take down Plumlee's minutes just a tiny bit. Give some to Bobo. Pain, calm down. So as you can see at the top, minutes per position, not really doing too great, so here it is. So we're gonna have John Collins. I don't know if I want him to come off the bench or not. We're not gonna mess with that. So we already have Zion playing that many minutes, and Bol, I think he can still progress with not having minutes. So we're gonna have Zion starting. Our starting lineup is gonna be Trae Young, Evan Fournier at the 2, John Collins at the 3, Zion at the 4, and Plumlee at the 5. So as you can see, our starters are playing a buttload of minutes, and we're gonna want Trae Young to play more minutes than Mason Plumlee. So Zion's playing 38 at the most of our team, and so we have a good get on that. Okay, it's time to sim. So as you can see, right now we're not doing too good. We're a 500 team. And we're starting to pick it up at this point of the season. Okay, the Oklahoma City Thunder ruined our streak there. I'm not gonna do that trade. So we're starting to take a lot of losses in this point of the season. No, I don't like that trade. So I'm not gonna make this trade. We're 15 and 14. As you can see in the bottom right corner, our team chemistry is soaring up, and team's doing good, except for we're not doing that great because we're still about a 500 team. Now we're dead on in the middle. And we won back-to-back games on the Cavaliers. That's a bad trade. Well, as you can say as I said at the beginning of this is our last season. We're only gonna do 2 right now. Our first season, we did not have a winning record. We were at like 38 and something like that. So we didn't make the playoffs the first year. Might make the playoffs the second year. I don't know yet. It's an indicator that we might not make the playoffs because we do have a 500 record, and sometimes that's not good enough to make the playoffs. So we're still a below 500 team right now. Steven Adams for John Collins. I do not like that trade. Because all John Collins is going to do is get better, and we want to keep the people that are going to be better next season. As you can see, when I pointed out the team chemistry is at 92, and we've took us some big losses, and now it's at 89, so right now we have a winning record, but not by that much games. $33 and 28. I'm not sure if that's a good enough record to make the playoffs. It might be. So (40-32). We're probably gonna make the playoffs with this record. At this pace, we will make the playoffs most likely. But we have to keep at this pace because we haven't even secured a winning season yet. Still haven't secured a winning record. Still haven't. Still haven't. Still haven't. 3 more games left in the season. And we've secured a winning record this season, so... Okay, so 44-38, that's an okay record. We might make the playoffs. MVP goes to Giannis. He was DPOY last year, and now he's upped it up to MVP. Zion, Rookie of the Year. That's a really good season. 21, 11, and 5. That's really good. Jonas, 6-man again. Giannis, DPOY again. Most improved goes to Colin Sexton, and Jim Boylen as the Coach of the Year. We had Zion Williamson made all NBA first team as a rookie. Just a really good sign. Nobody made it on second team. Nobody made it on third team. Nobody made it on all defense. And Zion made all defensive second. And Zion made all rookie first. Okay. So we did make the playoffs as the 6th seed. So we're gonna go game by game. I'm not expecting to win any series in this because we are the worst team. And we're down 3-0. I don't really want to get swept, but we might. Okay, we take a game. We take 2 games. We take 3 games. Okay, we took them to 7. Wasn't expecting to make that series that far though. And as you can see, this is really weird. All the series in this conference went to 7 games. Okay, so we're gonna see who wins the championship before we end this. So Chicago and Brooklyn are in the conference finals, and Los Angeles and Minnesota are in the conference finals. Timberwolves versus the Bulls are in the finals. And the Minnesota Timberwolves, for the 2nd year in a row, are the NBA champions. Jaren Jackson is the finals MVP. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and see ya.